Let's talk about all the books we will be reading for the Howling Pack, because I shared everything on Twitter and on Discord, but I didn't on Instagram or YouTube, and I was like, maybe it's useful to do so because yeah, I'm gonna talk about all the books we will be reading. So I was like, yeah, let's make a chill little video about that. So hello all, what's up? I hope you're good. So as I just said, we're just gonna talk about all the books we'll be reading for the Howling Pack for the first half of the year. In case you're new here, welcome to the Pack Walls, but the Howling Pack is a monthly book club. So basically we read a book a month and we talk about it on Discord. So Discord is a platform you want to be on because a lot of people are actually hosting like readathons or book clubs or just talks with friends on Discord. It might be a bit overwhelming with all the notifications at the end if you're part of different book clubs, etc. But just turn off the notification you don't want to get. Yeah, it goes easier on your brain and mental health. Anything else I should share about the Howling Pack? We split the book in different parts so we can talk spoilers at the end of the week, but even if you're late, don't worry because you can black out different parts so you don't see the spoilers unless you click on that part to see the spoilers. If you're not familiar with Discord, it might seem weird, but go on Discord, you will understand what I'm trying to say. But it's a cool platform and you can also talk about the videos you have uploaded, or Instagram, your favorite booktubers or YouTubers in general, your favorite book bloggers, the readathons you're taking part in, or the challenges, or if you would like a recommendation for a specific genre, etc, etc. We can talk about everything, and we also share photos of our friends, like Mooney sometimes will have a picture on there. But yeah, it's just very chill. So reading a book with the pack, that's basically it. So there is no live stream at the end of the month. If you didn't finish the book on time, it's okay, you can still talk about it. I mean, you can still talk about the book after the deadline, let's say, because there is no live stream. And yeah, so you know. It's the end of January, so I cannot introduce you the book for January, but basically we've read that one, so Beyond the Black Door. I'm not gonna say anything here because that's gonna be on Discord. But yeah. Then for February, it's gonna be Remote Control by Nnedi, Okorafor. I'm really excited about that one, especially because it's a short book. It's 160 pages. It came out on January 19th, so fairly new. So it might be a bit tricky for some of you to get it on time if you want a physical copy, but there is also an ebook copy that you can get, and the audiobook is on script. At least in my country, it is available, so I hope for you too. Apparently, from what I got, it is an adult and not quite a YA, and it has a mix of fantasy and sci-fi and of course African culture in it. I'm gonna read you a little bit of the synopsis. The day Fatima forgot her name, death paid a visit. From here on in she would be known as Sankofa, a name that meant nothing to anyone but her, the only tie to her family and her past. Her touch is death, and with a glance a town can fall, and she walks alone, except for her fox companion, searching for the object that came from the sky and gave itself to her when the meteors fell and when she was yet unchanged, searching for answers. But is there a greater purpose for Sankofa? No, that death is her constant companion. But yeah, it sounds pretty interesting to me. I mean, she is the daughter of the angel of death and she has a fox companion, so I'm sold. I hope you are too, and it's super short. So yeah, February. Then for March, we have a fairly new release because that book is gonna come out in February 16, and it is The Wild Starlight by Nicole, Lesperance. It is a YA fantasy magic realism apparently, and it has also some mental health talks in it. I don't know how deep it is, I don't know how strong, so I will see while reading it. And apparently they say that it is the Hazelwood meets The Astonishing Color of After in this dreamy, atmospheric novel that follows 16-year-old Ellie as she tries to remember what truly happened the night her mother disappeared off a glacier in Norway under the northern lights. So it sounds like it could be like a bit of a high fantasy because I guess she's gonna go back to that glacier to find her mother. And yeah, I'm kind of intrigued. The Hazelwood, it was like or a hit or a miss for most of the people, and fine. For most of the people around me, it was like a mess. For me, it was like quite in the middle because I loved the first part of the book. I was lost the second part of the book, and the Astonishing Call of After, I haven't read that one. I have no interest in reading that one, so I'm quite intrigued. It sounds like it's gonna be like a pod fantasy, and I'm in for that, as you know, so I'm gonna read you the synopsis right now. According to Arctic legend, if you whistle at the Northern Lights, they will sweep you down and carry off forever. 16-year-old Ellie Davis knows it's true because it happened to her mother. Ellie was there that night on the remote glacier in Svalbard when her mother whistled, then vanished. Years later, Ellie is living with her dad on Cape Cod. When Ellie discovers the Northern Lights will be visible for one night on the Cape, she hatches a plan to use the lights to contact her missing mother, and it works. Her mother arrives with a hazy story of where she's been all this time. Ellie knows no one will believe them, so she keeps it all a secret. But when magical dangerous things start happening, nobles appearing in Cape Cod Bay, meteorites landing in the yard by the hundreds, three shadowy fairy tale princesses whispering ominous messages, the secrets start to become more like lies. It's all too much, too fast, and Ellie pushes her mother away, not expecting her to disappear as abruptly as she appeared. Her mother's gone again, and Ellie's devastated, until she finds a note written in mother's elegant crown. Find me where I left you. And so, off to Svalbard, Ellie goes. I don't think I need to say anything else. It sounds amazing. So that's gonna be for March. Then for April, we have a book that's coming out in early March, I believe the 4th, and it is by S.M. Wilson, who wrote also the Extinction Trials, Whales, Dinosaurs. So this one's gonna be a sci-fi, and it is the Infinity Files. And I wanted to include a sci-fi because sci-fi is one of my favorite genres that I don't read that often, and I feel like a lot of people are afraid of that genre, and I feel like S.M. Wilson has sci-fi books that are not like too heavy sci-fi. This one might be a bit heavier than her other books because with dinosaurs, etc., some don't consider that sci-fi or whatever. So it's like another debate. I want to read this one with you because I need more sci-fi in my life, and I would like to help you get more into sci-fi, if that makes any sense. Get in, get out, keep to the task, leave no trace. Ashley dreamed of being a starfighter pilot when she crashes out of her final test, literally. She somehow lands the most powerful job in the universe. As guardian of the Infinity Files, she must secretly planet hop through the galaxies, stealing or returning treasures that had the power to stop wars or start them. But when her home planet is the one at war, can she get the job done? So I feel like it's not a heavy sci-fi. I feel like it's very YA, so I really hope I'm gonna enjoy this one with you. So for April. Then for May, we have Sing Me Forgotten by Jessica S. Olson. I totally forgot what it was about, but it has a beautiful cover. I know it intrigued me. It is a YA fantasy. It has apparently some retelling in it, so I'm curious. I don't know which one. I forgot. Isla does not exist, at least not beyond the opulent walls of the opera house. Oh yeah, I think I remember what it was about. Cast into a well at birth for being one of the magical few who can manipulate memories when people sing, she was saved by Cyril, the opera's house owner. Since that day, he has given her a sanctuary from the murderous world outside. All he asks in return is that she use her power to keep ticket sales high, and that she stays out of sight. For it, anyone discovered she survived, Isla and Cyril would pay with their life. But Isla breaks Cyril's cardinal rule when she meets Emmerich Rodin, a charming boy who throws a quiet, solitary life out of balance. His voice is unlike any she's ever heard, but the real shock comes when she finds in his memories hints of a way to finally break free of the gilded prison. Haunted by this possibility, Isla spends more and more time with Emmerich, searching for answers in his music and his past. Oh, Isla, not Isla. I keep saying Isla, but it's Isla, whatever. But the price of freedom is steeper than Isla could ever known. For even as she struggles with her growing feelings for Emmerich, she learns that in order to take charge of her own destiny, she must become the monster the world tries to drown in the first place. So I was intrigued when I read that, and I feel like it's something that a lot of people could enjoy. I just hope it's not gonna be too cliche, but I want to try it, and it's retelling YA fantasy, so I think like a lot of people could enjoy this one. And it has a little over 300 pages. And then for June, I'm super excited because it is a book that was written by Tricia Levenseller. So she wrote Daughter of the Pirate King, Daughter of the Siren Queen. She wrote So she's a run who wrote that series, and she's the one who wrote Warriors of the Wild and also this one that I really did enjoy. So I'm really curious and I want to read more of her books. And this one is coming out in May, so hopefully you will have enough time to get it. It's on May 4th, I believe. So it is Blade of Secrets, it is the beginning of a new series, it is a YA fantasy, apparently epic fantasy, and it also has some mental health talks in it. I don't know, again, if it's very triggering or if just like mentioned, I have no idea. But I really want to believe that Tricia Levenseller will do a good job with that because she did an amazing job with her other books, in my opinion, again. Here is the synopsis. A teenage blacksmith with social anxiety accepts a commission from the wrong person and is forced to go on the run to protect the world from the most powerful magical sword she's ever made. 18-year-old Jiva prefers metal to people. She spends her days tucked away in her forge, safe from society and the anxiety it causes her, using her magical gift to craft unique weapons imbued by power. Then Jiva receives a commission from a powerful warlord, and the result is a sword capable of stealing its victim's secrets. A sword that can cut far deeper than the length of its blade. A sword with the strength to topple kingdoms. When Jiva learns of the warlord's intentions to use the weapon to enslave all the world under her rule, she takes her sister and flees. Joined by a distressingly handsome mercenary and a young scholar with extensive knowledge of the world's known magics, Jiva and her sister set out on a quest to keep the sword safe until they can find a worthy wielder or a way to destroy it entirely. It made me smile because Jiva is actually the name of a friend. I will link her channel down below and she's gonna be happy to see that the main character's name here is Jiva, the same as her. So yeah, that's why I was actually smiling. It kind of sounds like a typical YA fantasy, but so far Tricia Levenseller always gave a twist to her books that didn't make the book too cliche. So I'm really curious to see what she's gonna do with that one. And apparently it has a bit of paranormal, but I guess the paranormal is because we might need some ghosts because of the blades. I don't know, but the cover is gorgeous. I'm curious, so hope it's good. Well, these are all the books we will be reading in the first part of 2021. I didn't pick for the second part of 2021. We have time for that, and also I don't know if all the books have been announced or not or whatever, but I'm not gonna talk much here because I think this video is gonna already be too long. So let me know for which one you're very excited. Is there another one you wished I picked? Maybe I could add it to my regular TBR. But yeah, I hope you will find in some of these books your new favorites. I hope I will too. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up. Wolves, I'm so sorry, I keep babbling. Before I wrap this video up, the link to the Discord will be down below. I don't even know if I mentioned that, which is like super important. That's not even a detail, that's like a must say. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to be a part of the pack. Talk to me in the comment section down below. And until next time, take care, wolves. Bye.